That's one of the reasons why I'm going to the service. I want to check it out for myself. I want to see if there's anything to it. And if there is, I'll certainly let you know. Anyone who's watching this, who's curious about whether God does signs and wonders and miracles in today's age, when we have science and we think that everything has a naturalistic explanation, I'm going to take a hard look at it. And if something crazy happens to me, I'll let you know. I don't anticipate anything crazy like, getting platinum teeth or gold teeth, but just so you see, they're all white. I don't have any caps. Just in case God does something to my teeth. I don't expect Him to, but we can't limit ourselves to thinking that God has to work in this way or that way. He's ever present, and He's omnipotent. He's all powerful. He can work in any way that He chooses, any way that He feels will glorify His name. And it's not like we have to belittle ourselves in glorifying God. I believe it's wired in each of our souls that the most fulfillment that we can get out of life is when we're walking in obedience to God and walking in worship, constant worship and devotion to God. So I think I'm going to end there, and I'm going to start kind of having a weekly, I don't know if it's going to be weekly or daily, or whenever I find something that, a news article that I feel is important for people to hear, or something that's being done. There's so many different areas that I want to talk about. I want to talk about eugenics. I want to talk about abortion. When does life begin? I want to talk about evolution and creationism, intelligent design, the facts that intelligent design should be seen as a scientific theory, and is absolutely just as scientific as the Darwinian evolution, if not more so, because it takes into account all of the information in a way that just makes a lot more sense. But I'll leave those for a future date. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and post this video, and I'll wait a while and see what the response is. And feel free to write comments down below if anything that I said doesn't offended you or bothered you, or if you're in agreement. Feel free to write down below. And at some point, I'm not quite ready yet, but at some point I think I'll post my number for people to see. But I'm living with my parents now, so I don't know if I should do that, because then they might be barraged with numbers. And what I'd like to do is just open my heart and my phone to anyone that's going through extreme depression, or who is on the verge of suicide and thinks that life does not make sense, and that life is over as they know it. There's always hope. There's always a hope. And if you're one of those people out there right now that's been thinking about suicide, that thinks that it's the answer, it's not. It's not. You got to deal with your problems here. You can't run from your problems. You have to face them. That's the only way that we can move forward in our lives. There's no free ticket to heaven. I wish there were, I wish I could just, there was a time when I thought I wish I could just cut my wrist. If you can see, I've done it several times. I tried to slash my wrist here. I also tried to slash my neck, because I hoped in my dearest of hopes that it would be a free ticket to heaven. But the more that I sat there and the blood drained out of me, the more I realized that I wasn't going to be going to heaven. That to destroy the temple of God, which we are temples, and the Holy Spirit dwells within us as long as we follow God. But to destroy the body is to destroy the gift that God has given you, and to throw it in His face and to say, I don't want your gift. I don't want your temple anymore. I'm taking my life in my own hands, and I'm destroying this temple. It's not a way to bring yourself into a good relationship with God. And I'm not going to sit here and stand in condemnation of you and say that you're going to go to hell, but I wouldn't even want to take that chance. I wouldn't even want to take that chance. And I've been there, and ultimately I decided to side with hope. Even though I had every thought in my mind was towards evil, I just continually prayed towards God, and I prayed for Him to keep my hands steady and don't allow my hands to do what my mind is telling them to do, which is grab and torture and kill. God is going to be moving through this world, and I feel it's my job to learn to love as much as I can. And that means that I reach out to you. And if I don't agree with you, it doesn't mean that I detest you or that I hate you or anything like that. I believe that we're called to love the sinner and hate the sin. And I truly want that to become a guiding part of my life. So I'm going to give you my email address, because that way I can kind of deal with them a little bit better. And if you feel like emailing me, you can. If you need prayer, or if you feel like if you have a problem with anything that I said, my email address is cmoy30 at Google or at gmail.com. So feel free to email me if you have any questions, and I'll be on YouTube. You'll see me around. So God bless you, and seek the truth, and you'll find it. God bless.